And there's silly drama, like the drama around my percolating pectorals. And then there's the drama you can skip.
Skip the drama that comes with not having your high school diploma or equivalency. Find free adult education classes near you and finish your high school diploma. Visit finishyourdiploma.org.
Or text diploma to 97779. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out. That's diploma to 97779. And leave the drama to actors like me.
Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes?
How could he do this to you? And for Sheila, she has split ends.
B, console her.
Oh, sweetie, this is going to happen a lot. 4, maybe 5 more times before you get married.
C, take charge.
Got to get this all straightened out. Keep a little talking to, man to man, mano a mano. Hey, Steve! It's now a good time? No? Okay, no problem. Bye.
Or D, help her find a new boyfriend.
I know a great place to meet boys. The internet. Nice, single boys. Never mind. How about some ice cream?
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
This is you over 30 years ago.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
And this is your mom when you drive her back from therapy.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Roles change without us noticing. And in your new role, we help you help. AARP gives you the information to help care for your mom so that you can have patience with her, just like she did with you. Visit aarp.org/caregiving or call 1-877-333-5885 to get practical health and wellness tips to provide even better care for your loved one.
Are we there yet?
Remember, visit aarp.org/caregiving. AARP, we help you help. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
When I was little, I didn't talk for a long time. I liked things to always be the same. Anything new or different would scare and upset me. I was very sensitive to lights and sounds. It was almost like I had bigger eyes and ears than everyone else. So I built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. I didn't like looking people in the eye. It made me feel uncomfortable. I'd throw big tantrums over little things like when my socks didn't match. Sometimes I'd do the same things over and over. Until one day, I found out I had autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I learned how to live with it better.
You can see signs of autism in children as young as 18 months. Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
It's Thursday night, and you're grabbing drinks with some friends. Started off with a pitcher for the table, which quickly becomes 2. There's pool. And there's the photo booth.
All right, everybody squeeze in. Say cheese.
Followed naturally by an order of wings. And another.
Can we get some extra ranch sauce?
Then there's the ceremonial nightcap.
So what are we doing this weekend?
And lastly, it's back to the car, which, if you're buzzed, could be the most expensive night of your life. Getting pulled over for buzzed driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzzed driving, because buzzed driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
That's the bottom line. The Stone Cold Sepsa.
Everybody dies.
Because I'm better than you, and you know it. Woo! Yes, sir, man!
Alex Lowe's, Josh Silverberg, and Lyle Gillen.
We are live on Worldwide Sports Radio Network. You are listening to Off the Mat. I am your host today up until 6 p.m., Lyle Gillen. Thank you, all listeners. Alex, okay, now you're back. Alex, how are you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing well, Lyle. It's been a great week for wrestling. I'm really excited about going on this Vegas trip. Vegas, baby, Vegas. We're all going to Vegas now for AEW Double or Nothing. And I'm really pumped for it because it's going to be my first live AEW pay-per-view with Lyle, Josh, and one of their friends. So I am very excited about it.
It's going to be a great trip. I can't wait. We're going to Vegas Memorial Day weekend for Double or Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a great time. We're going to do all the things that you do in Vegas that you can't say on the radio. And we're going to make Alex do every single one of them.
No.
One by one. We're going to tie him down. And like,
No.
you know what? Do you know what to him? Might not be exactly what you're thinking out there.
What are you going to make me do? You flip me over?
I can't say it. We're on the radio. I don't want to get taken off the air, you know? I can't say it, man. You have to wait and find out if you don't know. No.
Like our truth would say, I don't even know if that's PG.
It's definitely NSFW. Well, I don't know how you're listening to us. If you're watching on Body Slam, if you're watching on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network, if you're watching on Twitter. There's also another way to watch us, and that is on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network app. Now, Speedy, if you're there, I want to ask you a question. So if you could pop in really quick. Speedy? Speedy, do you have the app downloaded? Speedy?
That would be a no, I guess. He does not have the app.
Wow.
I have the app downloaded.
You do? Okay. I was going to say, if I caught you there. You have the app downloaded. Now, I'm guessing you went to Google Play or Apple Store, you typed it in, and you found it, right?
That is correct. So
it's so easy, a Speedy can do it.
Wow,
there's no excuses out
I don't know
there.
how I feel about that.
That means that there is no excuse for our listeners to not want to download it if it's so easy that you can do it. So, thank you, Speedy.
I don't know how I should feel about having my own species, but I'll take it.
It's so easy a caveman can do it. Well, hey, it's downloading.
You're gonna bring back
Sports Radio
commercials.
Network. It's so easy that a Speedy can do it.
Sure, we'll go with that.
We're definitely gonna go with it because I like it. We're gonna say it every show now, just for you. Alex. Now, what do we do every? So if we have interviews, where can people find every interview that we have had?
So every interview you can find, it's on our Off the Mat WWSRN website, which is in our Twitter bio. There's a link there. You click on the link and it will take you to the website where you get access to all the show replays that we have on the website, including special guest interviews that you may have missed, and you can rewatch all of those interviews from there. So please check all of that out.
That sounds amazing. Which ones would you recommend?
I would recommend the one with Alicia too. That one was really fun, so I would recommend watching that one.
The best part about that episode is that you can watch it on mute also.
And I also recommend watching the one with John Alba too. So,
which one? It's like 5 of them. He's been on the show more than anybody.
Yeah, he has.
Well, I gotta say, and I can't believe you left it off. We had a Leo Russian interview a while ago, and it's great.
Oh yeah, you have to check that one out.
My favorite part about that interview is when we asked him if he spoke to anybody about going to AEW. Also, I would like to apologize for the horrible glare on my green screen. I have a window in front of me, and the sun is coming directly into it. So I'm gonna have to buy I'll buy a small curtain and put it right above it. But this is bad. But my favorite part of that interview is we asked him if he spoke to AEW, and he said he did. This was in February of 2021. So it was before he ended up going to AEW.
Yeah, he was still with MLW then, Major League Wrestling.
Exactly. I thought that was really interesting that he spoke about talking to Tony Khan, and he was in Iceland when he spoke to him, and they couldn't really do anything then. But it's a great interview, and I would definitely go check it out amongst other ones. But anyway, on to our show today. Like I said, we're going to Vegas. That's going to be amazing. I cannot wait. I know Josh is excited. The last time he went to Vegas, he told me he was 10 years old. That doesn't count. If you're underage in Vegas, you are not in Vegas.
That's
you
true.
Are essentially you are in a hotel room. That's it. Because you can't do anything.
Nope.
What are there to do in Vegas if you're underage? Maybe go to a show, but really, you can't do anything.
No.
So he's going to experience Vegas for the first time in its actual form. I can't wait for that. Now, I don't know, Alex, if we ever told you the story, but we have a friend he's not coming with us. His name is Mark. When we went to Josh's bachelor party, he would get the first night, okay, that he was there. We were going to go out to go meet girls because we were trying to get Mark laid. And we went over everything about what to do. We're going to give him the rules. We gave him the rules on what to do and what not to do.
And he didn't follow up.
We were in a bar, and he's talking to men instead of the women. And no, he's not gay. There's nothing wrong with that. But he's playing that game. It's like bowling. And you roll the ball up, and it goes into like the holes, and he's jumping up and high-fiving this random guy. And then we go, skee ball, thank you, Speedy. And then we go to a nightclub. Just going to put it that way. And he's talking up some dude at a bar. Alex, our first night there, we're going to give you all the rules that you do and don't do. And what are you going to do? Talk to men at a bar?
No.
Good job. And you want to know what our anthem was of that entire trip? It was Old Town Road, because of our friend Mark. And you know what your anthem is going to be when we go to Vegas? We're going to make you sing it in Vegas because we're not on the radio. You're going to sing for us, Wake Me Up Before You Go in Vegas.
No.
Yes, you are. You have no choice.
Do it. I will
no
not
choice.
do
It is the anthem. And if you don't know, because maybe you're a newer listener, it's something we've been trying to get Alex to do for a very long time.
Won't do it.
Sing, Wake Me Up Before You Go. So our anthem in Vegas is going to be Wake Me Up Before You Go. And you are going to sing Wake Me Up Before You Go.
I will not.
You are going to do it. And we won't even tell people if you did or not. You're going to do it. I don't care how I end up making you do it, but you will do it. Maybe when you're tied up to that chair, you're going to sing it. Okay? I'm not asking you if you will. I'm telling you, you're going to do it. Exactly, Speedy. What doesn't happen in Vegas stays in Vegas. What happens in Vegas, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're wrong. You ordered that wrong. You threw me off. It's all your fault. Well, anyway, let's get to our show. We have about 18 minutes until Josh comes in. Then he's going to spend another 15 minutes talking about Vegas again. So let's get to talking to some actual stuff.
Yep.
Now, the big stuff we're going to save for later on when Josh gets here. So I want to talk about it first. We're going to talk right off the bat. It's the biggest thing today in the world, not only here in the U.S., and that's the situation in Ukraine.
Yeah.
And a lot of major sporting companies, the IIHF, FIFA, they've all done things to affect Russia. IIHF suspended tournaments there. FIFA banned teams. It's happened in many leagues. And now WWE, they started doing things. They
cut off their broadcasting partnership with Russia for the WWE network.
Yep, and that also there is no WrestleMania. So unless you know how to use a VPN, you cannot watch WrestleMania in Russia.
Yep.
Now, I know a lot of people are very unhappy about that. They think that it's not a good thing. They think that it's not fair to the kids that are there or people that don't have anything to do with this war. What do you think, Alex?
I think it's kind of fair, especially with what's going on in Ukraine and the situation that's happening now. And there's a statement from WWE that says the move eliminates access in Russia to any WWE programming, including the company's weekly Raw, SmackDown, and NXT shows, its on-demand library, and all of its premium live events, including WrestleMania 38. So they're taking all of that away from them. And I do think it's fair, and I do think that WWE made the right decision here. And I know a lot of people are not going to be happy with that fact. I know there's going to be a mixed reaction with it, but just with what's happening with the conflict and everything, they have to do it, and it's the right move for me, in my opinion.
So you think it's fair because I think, especially the kids over there, I don't think it's fair to them.
No.
Now I don't know if there's any
unless they look at it, unless the kids look at it with a political perspective.
Unless the only thing I can think of is if the service they use is owned by the government, which a lot of things in Russia is, then they would be the government would be making money off of WWE. In that situation, I agree with it. But if they're not affecting the government, if they're not getting any money off it, no profit, then I don't think it's fair to the people out there. I don't think it's fair to the people that are so out of touch of the world, because that's what it's like over there right now. They're being told lies. They're being told that they're
being fed false information, pretty much.
Exactly. They're being told that they're coming in to Ukraine, welcomed in as peacekeepers and heroes, which is false.
Yep.
It is a lie. And people are believing that. So these people, they're just ruining the economy. And
so I can see why for some it wouldn't. I could see why for some it wouldn't be fair to take away WWE programming, but the only, like you said, the only way they're going to be able to watch it now is if they use a VPN. That's it. Which,
let's be honest, most people in Russia are pretty good with computers, and they will figure it out.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because I don't know what the situation is with that network that they use. So I can't really say if I agree that it will. That is all I can say is all I can do is speculate. And my speculation is that, based off of how it is in the United States, I don't think that has anything to do with the government, but it could. It very well could.
Yep.
That it's a much different world over there. And
it is.
It's not exactly fair.
No.
It's but a lot of things right now are very tough.
So now that WWE is taking away their programming from Russia, that will also affect WWE too, if you think about it, because they're taking away a massive amount of viewership and programming for WrestleMania and all the different shows as well.
They are, but it's WWE, and one thing they are very good at is lying about numbers. So whatever that number would be, they're still going to say it's that number.
Yeah.
They do it every year with attendance. They say, "Oh, it's sold out new attendance record," and
But it's
meanwhile
really
that
not.
number is higher than the amount of tickets that they were possible to sell. So I don't expect much of a difference to be told. You know, I don't know. I think the people that are probably affected the most by this are the Russian announcers that they had. Because I don't know if they get paid, and they live here in the United States probably. Because most WWE events, how it was for a while, they would show. I remember it. They would show every
announce team, yeah,
and
from
one
around
of
the
them
world.
and one of them was Russian. And are they still going to get paid? I hope they do. That wouldn't be fair if they stopped paying them.
Yeah, that is true.
So they live here. Why should
they have to suffer? Is what you're
it's
saying?
like if you're gonna punish a Russian athlete that's playing in the NHL. If you're gonna punish, now you're a Tampa Bay Lightning fan. If you're gonna punish Vasilevsky or Kucherov, now I don't know if they're actually Russian. Their names sound Russian, and here in the United States, we all have a habit of if your name sounds very Russian, you are Russian. So if they're like from a country that is just outside Russia, I'm sorry. But I'll use them as an example. If they got punished and couldn't play anymore just because they were Russian, would that be fair?
No.
No. So why should the announcers who are Russian? Well,
Why should have to suffer for the government?
If they are, I don't even know if they are.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Why, if you're banning the view in a country, why would you have them do it? So I'm expecting them not to, but I don't know. I wouldn't be shocked if they still use Russian because there are people outside of there who speak Russian. But I just think I'm really interested about that situation. I definitely want to try and find out about that now. I'll maybe ask around to a few of our insider friends who've been on the show.
Yep.
And I will ask them about the Russian announce team if they're still going to be doing their job.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, let's get to another topic. Remember a while back when we were talking about the Undertaker?
Yeah.
Talking about who was going to induct him?
Yeah.
Well, now we know. And the answer to that question is Vince McMahon. I'm not the biggest fan of that.
No, I'm not either.
I said it should have been Kane.
Yeah, it should have been Kane, hands down.
If not, it should have been one of Paul Bearer's sons.
One of Paul Bearer's sons, yeah, like you said.
Yes. Now, I don't know if it had to do with what Kane has been talking about recently, because he's not very popular. But at the same time, Vince donated a lot of money to Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis. I heard a beep. Is that Josh?
Yeah, that is Josh.
Bring him on in. And we have a celebrity guest too.
Josh.
Hello, Caleb.
Yeah, I had to take him for a few minutes. Hi, everybody.
You sound very depressed. You know, if I was holding my 3-month-old son, I would.
Yeah, I mean, when he
3-month-old son, I would be very excited.
When he just spits up on you, then it's not, and you just got home from work, it's not really that exciting. But yeah, sure.
Well, better you than me.
Yeah.
So Josh, we were recently talking about the.
I heard the whole thing.
Oh, how'd I do?
Oh, first off, you're such Speedy. How can they download the app? On the website. Like, geez, why don't you? I mean, it's like, why don't you give your background a part in the intro too while you're at it? I mean, let's be real here. No, you did good. You know, but no, I was listening. I mean, listen. I mean, I'm literally I'm now in Lyle hours. I'm up at 4 a.m. now. You know, so it's like, you know, yeah. That I did hear that, Speedy. Apparently, you do have your own species now. I mean, also Lyle loves when he text messages in the morning. Lyle loves to go TMI with some of these. I mean, I could not. I mean, what, man, you pass the fire now.
Well, let's be real. Everybody knows that everybody else does that.
Yeah, but, I mean, like, first off, Alex, by the way, when I asked you yesterday, what time does your flight leave on Monday? Oh, it leaves in the morning.
Nope, it doesn't.
No, it does not even close. It leaves later than ours does.
Yep.
Wait, what time does this flight leave?
10:50 at night.
Oh, you're talking about his home flight. Okay.
Yeah, no, it was what was it? Let's see. What did he send this morning? Sorry for the 6 a.m. text, but was taking a bleep at work and just really on the Saturday night before AEW. Like, I mean, you could just tell us that
No,
you think
okay, hold on. That's a really good point, though. There could be a Ring of Honor show the night before with AEW
100%.
talent.
I agree with you on that
And
one.
I think that's definitely the route to go on.
Yes, but if that's what you're taking out of that text message that I received at so-and-so in the morning as I'm driving, and I had my Bluetooth read it back to me. And I was like, what is he saying? Like, why am I hearing this? Like, why am I hearing by the way, FYI, I already have 2 of the places for Vegas because you said we were going to talk about it. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I know.
We'll get to the real wrestling stuff. By the way, already have the 2 night places picked out already.
So you heard my part about what we're going to do to Alex, right?
Yeah, but no, he's not going to sing that. He's going to sing "Shake It" by Eminem, and he's going to sing every word.
I like that better. I like that better.
No.
Shake It by Eminem.
Because I know my wife knows every word to that song.
I'm gonna bring my JBL, I think the brand is called, speaker, and we're gonna play that song loud, and he's gonna sing, he's gonna dance, he's gonna break it out. He might have to have a little alcohol in him, which we got you, Alex. Okay, you're over 21.
I might have to get myself a what's it called? Stone Cold's beer, Stone Cold IPA.
Yeah. So 100%. Have you tried one yet, though?
No, I have not.
We have to. Okay, there's got to be a spot in Vegas where we could find those.
We can try.
There has to be.
We could definitely try. If you look on like beer, it's called beermenus.com. By the way, free plug for them. Yeah, you know where it is.
All right, I'm jumping in for a second, Josh gave one to me.
What's funny is I did give one to Speedy
about a year and a half ago, and Alex,
Speedy
this massive wrestling enthusiast, hasn't had it. Wow.
Yeah, and
I don't drink a lot of beer. If I'm going to drink, I like to drink harder stuff. Beer's kind of it's. I don't like the carbs. That's my problem.
Yeah, well, I mean, Speedy really liked it. When I get right, Speedy, you enjoyed
I like
it.
the beer and I like the can. Really cool design.
He was a very big fan of the can. Speedy was amazed by that.
How high were you when you? How high were you?
I don't think I had any. I don't think I had any of that.
He's smiling on the camera.
It's more like, why am I on this?
Oh, he wanted to be on it. Are you kidding me? This kid always loves attention. This kid, but it was interesting. So when I first tried the Stone Cold beer, you would think, right, dark IPA, 100%. That's what I'm thinking. It was very very fruity too. Speedy, would you agree? It was pretty fruity.
It was.
And I enjoyed. It was very nice. It was nice. It went down smooth. It was really good. So it's a big can too.
With the Stone Cold IPA.
Yeah, and they charge an arm and a leg for a 4-pack. I mean, Jesus Christ, they charge a 4-pack. What are you doing now? Okay.
Is Caleb?
But yeah, no. I have the 2 night spots picked out already. I got a recommendation from a guy that's been to Vegas a ton. Lyle, you know him, Mr. Sam Bruck. Sam Bruck goes to Vegas all the time. Always goes. I texted him. He got back to me in 30 seconds.
What's he recommend?
So he said one is called the Rhino. One is called the Rhino. Massively loved it. And then the other one is Sapphire, which Sapphire is nicknamed the Walmart of boobies. So I said it's 75,000 square feet. It's like huge.
Here's the thing. Walmart is not a good comparison to be made of.
No. He's not talking about it like being Walmart being cheap. He's talking about it in the size of Walmart. No. So Sam recommended the Rhino, and then I looked up online about Sapphire, and it's because of the square footage. Because it's. I mean, dude, 75,000 square feet that's a big freaking building. It's a huge building. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you think about it, it's a lot of boobies. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a lot of
two for every foot.
What?
2 for every foot.
No, you can't go yet when you're over. So it's like
21 years, kid.
Yeah, and I don't want to know about it either. Neither does your mother. But it's like to me, I have those. I found those 2 places. Easy, done. Those were the recommendations. Sam got back to me in like 30 seconds. It was the funniest freaking thing. It was hysterical.
Like I said,
going to Vegas in May. You got any recommendations? She got back to me like, Ryan. He goes, the Rhino.
Like I told Lyle earlier, I don't even know if that's PG.
What, strip clubs?
No, just like this R-Truth reference for that.
Oh yeah, no. Listen, and I will say this: I will make sure that everybody on this trip is taken care of in a very safe, calm manner. In all seriousness, everything like that. I mean, Jesus Christ, Alex. I mean, come on, man. I even talked to you about it on the phone last. I said, are you going to be like? Because I said we're booking the extra day, and he goes back to me, no, Josh. So let me get back to you about my thing. I loved it. But
Well, so I spoke to Alex about when he gets to the airport. Wait for us.
Yep.
So we'll meet up right from there, and then we'll go out.
Alex gets in like 6 minutes before we do.
Yes, he does.
Which I'm amazed that he does. Like, you're taking an early freaking flight.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's so hyped about it now. Look at him.
No, I'm really excited about this.
You should be excited about it. What are you more excited about? Are you more excited about the wrestling, or are you more excited about the other action?
The wrestling.
Of course he is. He'd rather see men in tights wrestle each other than women. Of course. Well, I mean, I guess people have their priorities, but I guess he has it in his way. So, it's like when I first met Charlie, his dad said, I said, does he like other sports? And his dad said to me, he's only got one lane, and that's the wrestling lane. All the other lanes are closed. Well, oh, you think that's funny? Oh, he's in a good mood. Okay. We'll cut to ROH, all right? Would you calm down? We'll get there. Listen, we got 50 minutes to kill, all right? Trust me.
Why are you talking about killing when you have a kid in front of you?
Okay. Well, listen. He loves talking about this. Look at him. He's happy. You see him? Look at him. He loves talking about this. You like talking about this, don't you? I know you're so happy. So, anyway, to the other news we got to get to, of course, and that is in regards to, obviously, a couple of things we'll get to. Obviously, we'll get to the Cody stuff.
Yep.
We'll get to the WWE stuff with the Russian partnership being done. We got to get to the Pat McAfee Vince McMahon interview.
Oh, yeah.
It was so funny. But that's Pat McAfee. Pat
McAfee's great. He
brings
just
the humor.
He just has so much energy and humor to him every time, and I like watching all his interviews from his show on YouTube. I mean, the best one I watched was the Brock Lesnar one, where Brock is sitting there and he's like, "No,
Brock said he broke he
broke the table,"
and he basically told McAfee, "Aren't you worth like millions? And this is the crap you put." He just broke the table in one fist. And McAfee said before he sat down, "Don't break the table, please." And he broke it, of course. But yeah, so obviously the big news that did come out this week, which a lot of people were guessing it, a lot of people were reporting it. And no, Speedy, his favorite is still Hangman Adam Page. He likes Hangman Adam Page. So obviously the big news that came out this week was about the purchase of Ring of Honor by Tony Khan. Which, by the way, I'm still convinced he definitely takes like some sort of drug or something before he goes there. His eyes white. It's not Shane. It's not Shane. It's me.
That was funny as can be. That was funny.
His eyes were. He was like this. He was like, It's not Shane. It was great.
But the thing is, a lot of people were like thinking, "Oh, imagine if Shane comes out and then he says that."
No, stop. That would have been a swerve.
Well, Shane is a free agent.
You know what I'm saying? But to me, and we'll get to your guys' opinion, of course. But this was. Is it a massive purchase?
Maybe.
It's a big purchase. Obviously, Ring of Honor is not what it obviously was. I mean,
hold on.
They're going.
It's huge. He didn't just buy the company; he bought their entire library. So you're taking
that's the key part.
But you take 2 years ago, no more than that, 3 years ago, they were the number 2 promotion in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and then
and now they're owned by him. But now they're owned by him.
Yes, which is, I think, again, it's a big purchase to me. It will be a humongous I look at it like this with investments. Investments are huge when the payoff happens.
Yep.
Payoff happens. That's when it's huge, right? Like,
agreed.
NXT signed on with USA Network, and everybody said that's huge, and I said it's big. If it works, then it's huge because it paid off.
Mm-hmm.
It did not pay off. So to me, it wasn't huge. It was a big acquisition. They got the TV time. So to me, Tony, in my opinion, is going to use this as a developmental territory.
That's the report from Cassidy Haynes. Yes.
Which is what he will do. Because the thing is, a lot of the original guys, Taven, the Briscoes, Kenny King, Vincent, Mike Bennett, go on and go for it. You keep going. I mean, all those guys are they're not there anymore.
No.
There's actually nobody contracted to Ring of Honor anymore.
So that's the thing. So it's a clean slate. The thing of it is you gotta remember though, he bought the library.
Mm-hmm.
That's the big piece of this. If he didn't get the library, then it would have been garbage.
Yeah.
Now
he's not getting anything out of it.
And there's a full statement from Wrestling Inc. They put a full statement from the full announcement on their website, and there's an article by Robert Ginner, and it's under AEW and Tony Khan release official statement on Ring of Honor purchase. So if you want to see that full statement on the announcement of Tony Khan requiring Ring of Honor, it's there.
It's there. You can look at it even on the AEW page. Let it right there. The whole statement is there. Again, it is a big purchase. To me, I don't think it's a massive purchase yet until it pays off.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I always look at every investment. If it pays off, then it's a massive acquisition. Now, again, the huge part of this is he got the library to Ring of Honor from start to what it recently was.
Yep.
That was the big part of this.
So here's the question. Now they're still doing their Supercard of Honor
in April.
Who do you think is going to be running Ring of Honor? Now Cassidy Haynes reported that there is a possibility that it's Cody. In my opinion,
I think Marty Scurll anymore.
Definitely not. Even before that, they went under. He was gone. My opinion on who it should be is Cody is the head guy of booking it. And then you have William Regal in the same role he was with
I 100% agree with you.
I would love that.
And you can have Cody Rhodes doing some AEW stuff part-time.
Mm-hmm.
And he could have Regal doing a lot of it there. Just like how he was doing stuff with
NXT.
Because Triple H wasn't there all the time. More towards the end he was. When it was on TV a lot, he was there. But there was a point where he was doing WWE main roster and still doing NXT. Now, they were taped, so it was a little different. But I think Cody could do both.
Yeah.
And I would love that. Now, I very much want to see Cody still in AEW or still within the AEW umbrella in some degree. I think that's where he belongs.
I agree. I think that's exactly where he
is. And I sent this to Cassidy. Cassidy was texting me today, and I said he is AEW. He is. He was the face of the brand when it started.
He started it. He helped make it what it is.
He did 100%. He got Darby, Ricky Starks, Sammy Guevara. He helped scout and grabbed MJF, who he and MJF were very close. So you look at it, I mean, he was a massive part. They have that. It's interesting. They have that shirt, right, with the 4 pillars. It's MJF.
And then we got a fan comment from YouTube. It's from Throwback 978. But isn't Ring of Honor just a different promotion? Shouldn't it be kept that way and not looked as a developmental promotion like NXT is? The perception of it is wrong.
Of course, but at the same time, though, and I agree 100%. The Ring of Honor history should be, but of course, right now, you don't have the guys and the girls that were there because they're not contracted. That's the thing. So they have to pretty much. I mean, if you saw that it's been leaked out that Isaiah Swerve has signed with AEW. Well, what's Isaiah Swerve doing? He's having a match at Ring of Honor at their pay-per-view. I mean,
I think that was beforehand. I don't think
but even so, though, it's still something to look at.
But it's not a connection at all. I don't think that's a connection.
I mean, who knows how long these negotiations have been going on for?
They could have been going on for a while.
There was a report from Meltzer that WWE did not expect the announcement from Tony Khan to be Ring of Honor being purchased, because they were also talking to Sinclair, and they were never told no, and that their offers were rejected. So when they found out, they did not know that, and that caught them off guard, and that was a shock to them. My opinion on that matter is Sinclair. Respect.
Well,
that's how you give the finger to someone, and I like it.
Well, Triple H wanted the story came out. I believe that he wanted to acquire
in 2019,
which, by the way, Triple H very smart businessman when it comes to with NXT, the black and yellow brand. Did a great job with them too. Obviously, AEW came along, but he did a great job with it. It was a very smart decision.
Triple H's plan would have been to have a territory of NXT or to own every major company at one point,
which would have been. And that's a smart.
No,
way.
That is a horrible thing to do.
Okay,
I think that's absolutely terrible. To want to purchase all the other companies. That's what everyone hates WWE for. When they try and act.
Yeah, they try to make everything like they're the superior company when they're not.
They try and act like a monopoly over everything.
Yeah,
they try and act like they're the umbrella of pro wrestling. Where I'll give you guys.
There's so many more different options out there. Yeah,
I'll give you guys an example. When Kota Ibushi came over here. This was before he had a New Japan exclusive contract. He was doing the Cruiserweight Classic. And there's a story that he was backstage at WWE and someone came up to him to give him a high five. Gives him a high five. No idea who the guy is. He goes, "Oh, wow, cool. A man in a suit just gave me a high five." You want to know who that guy was?
Who?
It was Vince McMahon. He had no idea who he was.
Wow.
That's how it is in Japan. It's WWE is not as it's not a thing. So to just want to take your umbrella and put it all over the world like that when it's not really as popular over there.
So
no, it's not.
Here's the thing:
New Japan and All Japan are the more popular brands over there.
Can Noah?
Can I? I'm going to rebuttal here. Now, what I'm saying is it the right thing to do by WWE to do this, or would it have been? No, because it would have watered down a lot of the promotions.
Look what it did in the UK.
Of course. But was it a smart business decision by Triple H to try to do this? 100%. Take the competition out. It's what you do. That's how you succeed. As a businessman, you try to be the top dog. It's always what it is. I can tell you, I mean, go look at stockbrokers. They want to be the top dog all the time. They want to get the most people with investment so they can make the most money. They don't want to give a client to their friend.
No.
Why would you do that? Taking money away from your family. So Triple H is seeing this as a way of saying, as a business owner, I'm going to try to take over everything I can, have control of all these rosters, and have everything at my feet so I can make endless storylines, matches, rosters, depth with injuries.
And I'm going to tell you this right now, which NXT Japan would have never worked at all. It would have been a failure. And you want to know the number one reason why?
I can't wait.
When NXT was hot, what was the thing everybody loved about it the most?
Well, of course they love. I mean, I get. Well, obviously, not even the storylines were.
No, I'm not touching that.
The matches.
No, I'm not touching. No, the crowd.
Well, the crowd was different because it was a young, I would say 20 to 40 age range. So it was different.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. The excitement. The
that's what I'm saying. No, but there's a reason for that.
Compare that to to what, and then take the NXT US crowd. Now you look at the NXT UK crowd. When that first started, it was loved also, remember?
Yeah.
One of the main factors was the crowd. Now, a lot of the people who would jump on that NXT Japan bandwagon, they are people who don't pay attention to wrestling in Japan at all. And what WWE would have had to do in order to start a promotion there, they would have had to do the same thing they did in the UK, and that was purchase a company. Now, if they do that, you're going to probably retain majority of that fan base. Maybe some leave, some come. But Josh, you're more familiar with and you, Alex, are more familiar with the Japanese fan base for wrestling.
Yeah. It's a much different fan base.
Tell me every difference between them and the US and the UK fan base.
Well, for the US, fans only get excited about storylines, but for Japan and for Japan, they get excited when something big happens.
No, I meant the behaviors of the crowd.
That's what I'm talking about. Like say when there's a massive hit or a massive blow, the Japan fans get excited for that, but the U.S. fans only get excited for the storyline mic work. That's what I'm saying.
It's also a matter of a respect thing.
Yeah.
The Japanese fan base.
Explain it. So, like, what do? The Japanese fan base, they clap more.
Yeah, they clap more.
They clap. They don't stand. They don't stand. They don't throw streamers. A majority of the chants that they do are just as the wrestler's name.
Yep, always.
Yeah. Everything else that gets done, you don't really see that at all. It's not done at all. It's just a different culture.
Like, even look at the promo work. The promo work for New Japan, it's different. It's not.
They do their promos at the end of the show as a sent home.
Always.
Now, here's the thing: what is majority of the U.S. fan base used to seeing? They're not used to seeing that style of show.
No, they're not.
Talking.
Exactly. So you think that fan base would have been able to sit through, watch that, and be able to actually. They're going to be saying the same stuff they said about AEW at the beginning. They have no storylines. They don't know what they're doing. There's nothing this. There's nothing that. Blah, blah, blah. Because they are only familiar
It's like
with
what
one
Throwback
style
is saying. NXT Japan would have to do the same thing as New Japan Strong as doing hair. They would have to find vital talent and cultivate them and make it more stronger around there.
I don't think that works because New Japan Strong is based in the USA, their shows.
Yeah, that's only US.
NXT Japan would have been in Japan. So if you're taking a show and you're basing it towards Americans in Japan, it's not going to attract an audience. It's not. You have to take that show and base it to the Japanese fan base, and then that's not going to translate to the American audience, so the American audience is not going to watch it. So you have now there will be a fan base that watches it. That'll be the New Japan fan base. That will be the Old Japan fan base. That will be the fans or the AEW fan base. But the people who follow WWE, they're not watching that.
No,
because majority of them don't understand. I'm going to correct myself there. Majority that only watch WWE. Only that people. There are also fans who watch every promotion. I'm not talking about you if you were listening, so don't get offended. If you are one of the fans who only watch WWE It's a completely different style, and those fans would never have been able to want to watch in NXT Japan. That promotion would have been set up to fail from day one.
I
They
mean,
would have.
no, go on. I'm sorry.
Us three would have loved it because it's the same style as that we watch. It'll be similar to that. It'll be like a New Japan show. It'll be that we would have liked that. I think we would have loved it more than regular NXT, more than NXT UK.
I wouldn't have minded.
I mean,
the thing is, you're targeting majority. You want to get that WWE fan base, and that never would have came to it.
I mean, if I can use an example, and you brought up NXT UK, and that was a very good one that you brought up because, for me, I was an avid NXT,
but they shut it down because nobody watched it.
Exactly. I mean,
that would have been the fate of NXT Japan, but sooner.
I mean, they still have shows and stuff like that, but it's just not as it's still on, but it's just not as popular anymore. That's just
didn't they? Isn't the company defunct now?
No, they're still going. No, they still.
I thought that there was a report that they something that they filed to be shut down.
No, they still have matches going on, weekly shows and stuff like that, but they're on like I used to always follow it, and I mean, I remember the match I was looking forward to at NXT TakeOver New York was
Walter and nobody knew anything about it.
And I mean, Pete Dunne was at the time my favorite wrestler in all of NXT.
Crowd was dead for that match,
and the crowd, and it was a really, 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 really good match.
Great match,
and nobody knew what to do.
Remember when Walter came out?
Yeah, and they didn't do this. Only a few people did the song thing.
Yep.
He's not even called Walter anymore. They call him Gunther now.
I don't care.
It's ridiculous. I can't get on board with that.
But it's and to me, I found it very depressing. Because I said, this is a dream match in Europe.
And you know what?
And New York just treated like nothing.
I'm gonna extend on what I said about NXT Japan. NXT Mexico also never would have worked. Because the majority of the WWE fan base won't want to watch a luchador style match over and over and over again.
Yep.
That's what it would be. In order to attract the fan base in Mexico, you're not going to be able to do a US show.
No.
It's a different style over there. And the majority of the WWE fan base per the demographics is over 50. And they will not want to sit there and watch that. They'll be going, that flippy shit. They will be crying and complaining because they don't want to change. And hey, everyone has a right to watch their style that they prefer.
Yep.
That's fine.
That's true.
But that's why it would be set up to fail, because they're going to be targeting a fan base that does not want to watch that style.
By the way, are we going to break it? Are we going to break at 6:30 or are we not?
Sure.
Okay.
You there? You hear it?
He'll type it in the thing.
Yeah, I'll type it in the chat.
Yeah. Because and also you got to remember something. They'd be also competing with AAA.
Yep.
And everything like that. It would be I don't know. It would just be very difficult to do. I know we still have to preview Revolution.
Yep.
And everything like that. We got to get to all of that. So let's get to the Cody information really quick. Well, actually, I mean, we kind of segued on it. There's been different reports coming out on both sides now. What's going on? What's happening? Obviously, Cassidy Haynes, wrote the story yesterday along with, I want to give Slice his credit too for doing it. They wrote the stories that the talks, Cassidy specifically said the talks have fizzled out. And then Dave Meltzer came out and said that no, talks are still going on. So it seems like everything's coming from both sides.
Yeah.
And
nobody really knows.
It's not that nobody really knows. I think people are just getting different answers from their sources.
Which to me tells me that I don't expect much. Also, I think I've said it before. Dave Meltzer is very good if he's reporting something not in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of times when he reports WWE stuff, not all the time, a good chunk of the time, he's wrong. And I'm not talking about his match ratings. That's all opinion. When he reports something regarding WWE, a lot of times it can be wrong. Remember,
Now,
he reported
is-
Punk was
he
going to
is
be back.
close.
Huh?
He is close with those guys. He has a
He
relationship.
is, yes. That's why, like, I'm on the fence about this one because no, I don't think he's close with Cody.
He's talked with Cody before. Kenny and the Bucks. He has a relationship with all of
I
them.
think he's closer with them.
I mean, of course, when somebody kisses your butt and calls your finishing move the Meltzer driver, I mean, wouldn't you be close with them too? I mean,
It's definitely not a kissing his butt. It's more of making fun of him.
I look at it both ways.
No, it's 100% making fun of him. I've also heard they're actually not friends with him. That's a myth. So I don't know what's true. I would not be shocked at all if Meltzer.
So how do we know that? So how do we know it's making fun of him? What if it is a kissing his butt?
No, I don't think it is. If I would be shocked at all if Meltzer thinks they're friends, and the Young Bucks actually don't like him and they're just nice to him.
Yeah.
And I would laugh so hard at that. But with the Cody thing, I've said it before, early in the show. I don't want him in WWE. I don't think he belongs there. He belongs in AEW in some aspect. I just don't think that. I don't know.
Yeah, because I'm afraid if he goes to WWE, is he going to get the same treatment like Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns has with that kind of star power?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so at all. You want to know why?
Why?
I just don't see. I don't trust them. He's
No,
not
I don't.
He's not a WWE guy. He became made from somewhere else.
So my dad got free
That's
tickets.
true. He did. He went and started his own thing with the Bullet Club in Japan and Ring of Honor and all these other different promotions like
My
Red
dad got
Pro.
free tickets to the WWE show tomorrow at MSG, so he's going.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome. That's great. I'm so.
Who's he going with?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out right now. It's not my mom because my mom is babysitting Caleb tomorrow, so it's not her.
Is it you?
It's not me.
What time is the show?
We're going somewhere tomorrow. What
time is the show?
I have no idea. I mean,
Probably
he's
evening night.
Probably he's just excited because Brock's wrestling, so he's happy.
If Rollins is wrestling, I'll go and I'll screech for him.
Yeah, God. Well, you know. I mean, we don't have to have that. You can just screech when he's on TV. You can hear you from Deer Park.
No, I don't watch it. I don't watch majority of that company anymore. You know that. I watch pay-per-views, the major stuff. I don't have the attention span.
I try to.
It's hard.
But it's.
I can't even watch like 1 to 3 minutes of Raw or SmackDown anymore. I can't do it.
I just think it's funny that he's going tomorrow. That's so funny.
I can't do it. Sorry.
100% he probably got it through Mark or something because Mark was
Wait, why would Mark give it to him before giving it to me?
Oh man.
What?
He got second row seats tomorrow.
What?
Wow. For Brock. That's nice. And my dad goes, I would have given them to you, but you're going out. I probably would have went. Second row. I probably would have went.
Going back to the Cody thing, there have been a couple.
No, Alex, we're having fun. Okay, this is
I'm just
fun.
saying,
We're having fun.
You know what? That's it. Josh, we're gonna sing "Wake Me Up Before You Go."
You know what? Honestly, Alex, I can understand. See us like in Vegas. We're talking, just shooting the.
It's called Buzz Tillman.
And then Alex is like, I want to get into the storyline for tomorrow's show at Double or Nothing. Think about this. And I'm like, Alex, what the hell are you talking about? We're not even
No. He's gonna start talking about Double or Nothing Saturday night when he has a stripper on his lap.
No, for God's sakes, what's happening?
So tomorrow I get to see CM Punk for the first time since 2012.
Alex, 100%. Alex, if you say one wrestler's name to a stripper and I ask her afterwards, I want $20 from you.
You're gonna be a very rich man, Josh.
I mean, seriously, because I could just bank on that happening like 100%. Oh, there it is. Buzzkill Mania is running wild. Alex, acknowledge it. That's great.
We got to make him a shirt that is Hulkamania style lettering, but it's
yes, that's what I'm
Buzzkill
thinking.
Mania.
Oh, by the way, Alex, just letting you know, in Vegas, I don't think there's any Hogan Beach shop, so you can't go there for your wrestling. But anyway, yes, going back to the Cody stuff. Yes, I know you wanted to say something, Alex.
Yeah, as a couple of weeks ago on Raw, there were teases during the Miz and Edge segment about Rhodes coming in, but at this point, there's no word on when he will show up. I think he shows up at WrestleMania. That's my thought.
I don't think he shows up at all.
I don't think he shows up at all. I think
Why
he goes
would
back
he?
to AEW.
If he shows up, it'll be the night after Mania. But
He's
I
gonna
don't think
wrestle.
he shows.
He's gonna wrestle Brock tomorrow at the Garden, and my dad's gonna be there
Imagine,
the second in a row.
imagine if that's his debut.
Can I tell you something? If that happens, I'm gonna be upset at my wife upstairs.
No, that would be horrible. Like that's how you debut, not even on TV.
It's not really happening.
I know.
It's gonna be somebody coming back from injury.
Yeah, maybe. But we'll see what happens. Like I said, I think he goes back. I think he's in charge of Ring of Honor, and he works part time. He does his Go Big show. He does his Road to the Top show.
Remember, he wanted to take in his father's footstep and help teach the young wrestlers. That's what he wanted to do.
Yes.
And if he does that for NXT, he's actually doing that.
But another big goal of his also was he always wanted also the championship that the Rhodes family
WWE
was
title.
never able to have. He has gone on record of saying that, and that is the WWE championship that his father and his brother never won. He's gone on record as saying that's something that he has always wanted to do. Now, obviously, it's going to be very difficult to do that now because he's not there. But like I said, listen, I was listening to
he has
Brock.
said so many times that he will never go back to that company.
That's fine. Listen,
I have a hard time believing that here's the door to do everything he wants. And even if he had problems with Tony Khan, they're not saying he can run Ring of Honor and not have anything to do with Tony Khan because he'll be off doing AEW stuff all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see how he wouldn't do that.
But I will say this. We say never, 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 never. And then money talks. Let's call it.
We said that with Ultimate Warrior and Bruno Sammartino, and they
Sting,
came back.
Sting said he will never join WWE.
And he
money
did.
talks. Boom. Always happens.
Yep.
And he was the case.
Money's money.
It's money is money. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. I mean, listen, Brock Lesnar was on the Michael Kay show today. I heard the interview, and they asked Brock point blank because he was going to retire after his match with McIntyre at the Mania. What happened? And he goes, "What made you want to come back?" And then Brock goes, "Well, ching ching. Yeah, I mean, obviously, money talks." He's honest. If you're going to turn down that much of a lucrative offer that's going to make you that much money and that wealthy for you and your family, you'd be a moron to turn it down.
Yeah.
Would be. I mean, that makes you. That's what I call a bad businessman. Then, that's how I look at it. I mean, I get. You say you don't want to go back somewhere, but if Vince McMahon offers you that much millions and millions of dollars, and say he puts in there, you make this many appearances, you don't have to do the full road schedule. No pun intended. Like if you're Cody, like why would you not do that then? Like that's the thing.
Yep.
Like I mean, and you gotta understand, there are certain guys Vince does give creative control to in WWE. It's very, 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 very limited.
I don't think
it really is.
Well, why would he give it to Cody? That's what I'm trying to think of.
That's the thing, because Cody would be a guy jumping from AEW. One, and Cody's become a name that people know, that he knows that could get him here. And Cody has experience in with background and being creative. So therefore, he would allow Cody to have some freedom of what he can do. Like if you're gonna turn down that much money, you don't have to do the full road schedule, and you get creative control.
Well, the report from Cassidy Haynes was that, I think it was Cassidy Haynes, that he originally reached out to WWE to use him as a bargaining chip in the AEW negotiations, which I believe to be the case. Which if he's doing that, I don't think he actually wants to go to.
Of course not. Listen, of course he wants to stay in AEW. He's still, when they got to Detroit, and we got to take a break, but when he got to Detroit show, he thanked his wife for that happening, and he even after
after he left,
and after he left, he still said watch AEW.
Yeah,
he was still retweeting them. So of course he still wants to stay in AEW, but again, it goes back to the point of, again, Tony demoted him.
Yeah,
and that hurts you. It hurts you a lot, because it's also telling you maybe you're not that good at your job then. You know what I'm
So
saying?
why would WWE put him in that position if they are literally why would they put him into that position if they are like why would they give him creative control if his track record was he wasn't good at it?
Because
he
again,
got demoted.
If it gets him in the building and it gets him the sign and it seals it, then you have something to help get the contract done. And you have to understand something. He would be the first AEW. Not only would he be the first AEW guy to jump ship,
he isn't.
Why? Who else?
B. Priestley. She was the first one.
I'm talking big name. B. Priestley's a nice name.
Yeah, I think she's definitely a pretty good name.
She's not Cody.
No.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you're talking. I mean, Cody is a monumental jump.
Yep.
There's a big jump, and then there's a monumental jump. Cody is probably past the monumental at that point because he was the face of AEW.
Oh, before we go to break, you have to bet your house, Alex. You have to bet. Alex, you have to bet whatever is most important to you. So you're never allowed to watch wrestling again.
Oh, geez.
Okay, hold on. You have to put that up. Does Cody leave or no?
No. You just said he was showing up at WrestleMania, you hypocrite. You can't hold on.
No. I said, him.
Him. You can't do that.
Yeah, that's true. I can't.
Like this doesn't. Alex, what time is your flight leaving?
No,
Monday?
hold on.
Leaving
Hold
early
on.
in the morning.
No, hold on. He's okay. Because before he didn't have to. If he lost, he was never allowed to watch wrestling again. Now, when it gets serious, he really had to think about it. He said no. He thinks he stays.
Bet my house. You wouldn't even know what to do to fix things in my house.
Hey, I'm not saying I get your house. You have to bet it and put it up for nothing. But no, I honestly would not be shocked if he ended up showing up there. But at this point, I don't think it happens. I don't think it's happening anymore.
I'm with Lyle. I don't think it will happen, but at the same time, it would not surprise me in the slightest. So we'll take a quick break. We'll do a commercial or two. When we come back, we're going to preview Revolution. We'll get to some little tidbits with the McAfee stuff. If we don't get to the Russian WWE stuff this week, and it was pretty much a really quick synopsis. WWE's ending their partnership with Russia. They're not showing any more stuff over there with everything going on in Ukraine. That's pretty much the synopsis of it. And a lot of people are ditching Russia at this point because of everything that's going on over there. But we'll get into AEW Revolution preview when we come back. This is Off the Mat right here on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. We'll be right back.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Of course my kid's in the right car seat. Well, I think he is.
Yeah, my kid's in a booster seat. He was ready to move up. He is ready, right?
Her car seat looks like the right size.
There are probably rules on when to move up to a booster seat, aren't there?
Rear facing, forward facing. I think I have it right.
Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Are your children in the right car seat for their age and size? Don't think you know. Know you know. Go to safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
I know my child's in the right car seat, or else I wouldn't get in the driver's seat.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You don't usually get a stock tip from a 16-year-old, but I'm here to tell you about a different kind of stock. It's called Better Futures, a stock for social change that's not about making money. Instead, you invest to help students like me go to college. This is beyond a simple donation. It's the opportunity for America to invest in its kids and take an active stake in the future of the country. The return on your investment isn't money. What you get back is knowing you protected our potential. So one day, that potential can grow up to become surgeons and architects, executives and engineers, people who can change the future just by being a part of it. My name is Alicia, and I'm your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF.
Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. A public service announcement brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
This is Nnamdi Asamoah. I play football for the Philadelphia Eagles, but what I do off the field with United Way might be more important. I'm a volunteer tutor and mentor. Why? Because over 1 million kids a year drop out of school, and that's not okay. It takes 12 years to create a graduate, but it takes about the same time to create a dropout. And the difference between a child becoming one or the other could be me, or it could be you. Studies show that if we get to these kids earlier, their chances are better. And kids who read well by 3rd grade are more likely to graduate. So join me in United Way. Suit up and take the pledge. Become a volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor. Because when a child succeeds, we all succeed. Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Take the pledge at unitedway.org. Brought to you by United Way, the Ad Council, and the National Football League.
It is the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Rest in peace. Welcome to the Shield of Justice. I'm the Boogeyman, and I'm coming to get you. Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
Now welcome back to Off the Mat with Alex Slows, Josh Silverberg, and Lyle Gillen.
Yeah, we are back, baby. We are back. And we are, by the way, we are going to do a show. Just want everybody to know we are going to do a show the night before we leave Saturday for for Double or Nothing.
So am I doing it from your house on your couch with you?
No, we'll just do it at your house, and I'll pick you up afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah, you're on the way to my parents' house, but we have to. We would probably take 2 cars there because you got to get home. Remember, I got to go. I'm going right to work.
Yeah, that's how we should do.
Yeah, I got because you're gonna follow me to Matt's house, and then I got to go right to work.
So, no, why aren't we going back to your? Matt could probably drop me off at your parents' house.
He might be because he doesn't know if he's working yet.
Who takes a red eye and goes directly to work?
Me, a teacher, because it's in the unwritten rule to not do that. So, anyway,
unwritten means you can do it.
No. So let's preview Revolution, ladies and gents.
I have the card in front of me.
You know, yeah, because Alex, this doesn't mean anything. I mean, because Alex lives in Florida, he doesn't give a damn. Are you going? Are you working the next day?
Yeah, I am.
See.
But what time are you working?
Probably
not at like 7 a.m. Right when you get off the plane.
He had like an 8 a.m. shift. Probably he's got to go in. Probably 100%.
That poor man.
100%. That's what's they're gonna screw him over 100%. No offense, Alex. They probably will.
Yeah. That's typically them.
Oh man. So, let's get to it. It's a jam-packed card. Which, by the way, if this
I'm
is
still very sad that you wouldn't go with me.
What to Revolution? Dude,
I am hurt.
Okay,
right here.
Double or Nothing's going to be bigger than this.
Yeah, it is.
Why couldn't we do both?
No, I have a kid.
Okay, and when we're in Vegas, we'll have an Alex.
Well, I mean, that's true. It took you a second to get that, didn't you, Alex? Yeah, I can see it did, 100%. Oh man. So anyway, let's get into it. We're not gonna go through the whole card because we're short on time and we got to get to the Weapons Hot guys and everything like that. Pretty much. Damn, Skippy, he's rapping Eminem when he's there. So.
No. It's like that.
And the Weapons Hot guys have a lot to talk about, especially with Amari Cooper being released today. So I'm very curious what their thoughts are on if the Jets are going to be interested in Cooper. I'd be very.
So wait, what's our show name going to be? Speedy?
For what?
When he puts it on YouTube, is it going to be named after the Jets show?
No, God.
Oh God, no.
No. No. But we're excited to hear the Weapons Hot guys afterwards.
Yep.
I'm definitely going to tune in and listen because there's a lot to talk about with free agency and the draft and everything like that. So what is one match that you think? Now, I'm not saying the best match, a match that, in your opinion, could, and I'll start with Law first and Alex, I'll get to you after, that can steal the show for that night.
Well, one, I think the definition of steal the show would be the best match that people aren't expecting to be the best match. That's a tough question. I think there are a lot of
Jericho's
matches.
ripped now, by the way. Just saying.
Huh?
Jericho's ripped now, by the way.
Oh,
So
yeah. I think it's tough.
It is tough because you have a lot of good matches on the card.
Is Jericho and Eddie a match?
Yes.
I'm going to say that one or the triple threat tag team match.
Mm-hmm. Alex, what about you?
I'm going to say either Bryan Danielson and Jon Moxley or the Hangman Page versus Adam Cole match.
I got a good one that might surprise people. Britt Thunder, Rosa.
Wow. Yeah.
I think that one would be expected.
But the thing is, it's slapped in the middle of a massive card.
Yeah, it is.
No, that's the thing.
They should open the show with that match. But they're probably going to open it with the tag team match.
They're going to do the tag team match.
They always
That's
do
always
that.
what AEW does. They always want the Young Bucks opening the show. Always do that.
But
they get the crowd into it because, they're goddamn Young Bucks.
I mean,
But going off that match, Josh, I think Mercedes Martinez is going to come out and get involved midway through.
Millie, what are you doing? Why are you here now?
The dog.
Is Caleb on the floor?
No, the dog is not on the floor.
No, Caleb.
No, Melissa has him.
Okay.
Wow.
So, who do you think? What do you think is gonna be the most shocking part of the show?
Maybe the dog collar match.
I would say the dog collar match only because that's when I expect Wardlow to do the turn.
Okay.
I do think really quick before you go, Lyle. I do think they are going to set up MJF Wardlow for Double or Nothing. I think it's going to be a very drawn out storyline.
I think that
that's funny. I like that. That's good.
I think that Red Dragon is going to win, and I think Britt is going to win. Everyone's expecting Thunder Rosa to win. I think she's going to win when they're in San Antonio.
I was expecting.
I think that's when she's going to win.
She won the match on Wednesday.
Right. I think that I think she's going to lose, and I think she'll win in San Antonio. And think that
that's a fair assessment. Yeah.
I think that Red Dragon wins the tag belts.
I think I forgot to. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. I forgot to post.
You're saying Jurassic Express drops the titles at Revolution to Red Dragon?
Yes.
I could see that happening because Red Dragon's a much more experienced, talented tag team than Jurassic Express. Jurassic Express has had a few good matches, but they've never gone up anybody at the level that Red Dragon is. So
I completely forgot to retweet it. So Carl's right, by the way.
Who's Carl?
What's Carl saying?
He basically said you can't change the name of the show until Alex gets me a T-shirt.
Wait, why would we change the name of the show?
No, it was a joke. Because he still owes Carl a shirt on how to get the off the mat shirt.
I want a shirt. We can wear it in Vegas.
I mean, we've been doing this for months and months and months, and he has yet to even remotely.
Hey,
Alex,
I'm gonna be honest.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Alex. You're dropping the ball, man.
Alex, send me the JPEG. Okay.
Okay.
I will talk to somebody, and I will get shirts made.
Okay.
Yes. Or no, send it to me, and I will submit us to What a Maneuver.
What a Maneuver! I like that. That's a good name. I like that.
It's a t-shirt company.
I'm trying to see what the But I want to get the card quick because I feel like there's something I'm missing.
No, I have the card here. There's the face of the
Elwood?
Revolution ladder match.
Oh, that's another one.
Yeah, that's another big match.
I don't think we're getting a surprise because apparently Excalibur said there's gonna be 7 people in it. I don't know if he misspoke.
To be
but,
determined. Yeah.
It could be that maybe they just haven't really said much, but
And they have the 2 pre-show matches.
I expected it to be Miro as a surprise, but I guess that's not happening.
So the pre-show matches were announced. It's going to be Layla Hirsch versus Chris Statlander
and Hook and
QT Marshall. Of course, you got to put Hook on the show somehow.
I absolutely love it that they're doing the Layla Hirsch and the Statlander match. I met Layla Hirsch on the flight back from Jacksonville to New Jersey, and she is very, very nice. So I've been a fan of her since. I actually liked her before that too, but I've been even more of a fan of her since. And I want her to be successful in AEW.
And the winner of the match tonight will be the 6th entry tonight, which is Christian Cage versus Ethan Page. So we will see who wins that match.
See who wins that.
We got to get to our finishing move now, but again, Revolution's going to be a jam-packed show this weekend. It's going to be sick.
Can't wait.
And
am I bringing the pizza? The pizza.
If the main show starts at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday.
Lyle made an excellent point yesterday to me about the Vegas time because it is a 3-hour time difference. So that means Double or Nothing when we go starts at 4:30 pre-show, which is freaking-tastic.
Yeah.
Which means the show's probably going to end at like 8:30, which is amazing, by the way. Fantastic. I think that's awesome because then you have the whole rest of the night afterwards. And I reached out to Cassidy. He's going to see if he can hang out with us at some point. He's trying to get there. He has to see if he can get to Vegas first. It's very expensive for him. But we have to get to our finishing move so we can let Weapon Todd take over, of course.
Yep.
Alex, go first, man.
So my finishing move is I'm excited for AEW Revolution, the pay-per-view, and the one match that I'm going to be having a close eye on is Hangman Page versus Adam Cole. And I'm really looking forward to see who comes out on top in this match. I think Adam Cole is going to have a lot of close leverage against Hangman Page, but he's not going to win because Hangman, he has to retain, and because that's how the storyline needs to go. There needs to still be proper build-up with Hangman Page before he drops the title, and I don't think it's at Revolution.
Go for it, Lyle. What's yours?
So the other day, or a couple of weeks ago, they were teasing FTR and Bucks again. And I think it was during one of the Battle Royals. And I started thinking, if they do that at Double or Nothing, and Cody's not with the company yet, or at all, ever, that would not be right. Because the first time they have a full crowd, and they have that match, Cody needs to come out and do the thing that we can't say.
Although, this is wishful thinking on my part. Please let the Briscoes debut and get them at Double or Nothing.
No.
Yes, against FTR.
No.
100%.
Do it as the Card of Honor.
No.
Yes.
No, it's crime.
No, it's not.
It is. It's a sham.
You're just saying that because you don't want to have to watch it, and then you want to be there for the Briscoes. That's why.
100%. But I think the Briscoes are going to be a Double or Nothing somehow anyway, because they'll be on I would like to think they'll be on the roster by freaking May.
They're wrestling on Impact, I believe, right?
No, so they're doing a match at WrestleCon against the Good Brothers.
Okay.
No,
I thought they were wrestling on
Impact. I thought it was too, but it's not. So my finishing move is it was the Pat McAfee Vince McMahon interview yesterday. I thought it was, if you didn't watch it, it was hysterical because, I mean, I got to tell you, Vince said a lot of funny things that he talked about if he dies. He says, if I die, I think he said, like, thank you. Yeah, I want to say thank you first before I die. But it was, like, weird because you see Vince in sneakers. You're not used to seeing
no. Read his finishing move. We don't have time.
Oh, recall his finishing move when you're done. Okay, it's a good question. Let me see what it is. Let me see. Where is it? I got to find it. Oh, nope, that's Twitter. Got to get on. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I gotta get it. I'm gonna get it. Relax. My visual. What happens first? Josh's little one sleeps the whole night. Alex sends me a shirt, or Lyle admits Barzell isn't overrated. That's great.
I don't know the way he's been playing this year. I'm kind of proven correct. But
yeah, I mean, actually, he's been sleeping through the whole night. He sleeps through the whole night. Actually, he really has done a great job with that. As far as 100% who's on the list last, 100% it's going to be. Okay, we're gonna. He has his own rankings. It's good. To be fair, mine actually did happen. Like he is sleeping through the night. Like,
and to be fair, Barzell's been pretty bad this year. So we're not pretty bad. He has not been what people were saying he was last year. That's all I'm going to say. If you want to hear my opinions,
I would 100% still yes. And Carl does deserve a shirt, by the way.
If you want to hear my opinions on Matthew Barzell, tune into the Cross Island podcasts, and I will talk all about it.
To whom the bells toll. There we go. Anyway, that's it for our show, ladies and gentlemen. Stick with us on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network for Weapons Hot coming up next with CJ, Kevin, and Jimmy Jardine. All of them are going to be breaking down, I'm sure, free agency, the NFL Combine. I'm all in on Kayvon Thibodeau now after his answer at the Combine yesterday. He just sounds extremely intelligent. Like he's somebody that would thrive in New York. So I'm all in on that, and I would love for them to sign Amari Cooper if they could. So we'll see what happens, but check them out. And again, check out the Worldwide Sports Radio Network and, of course, bodyslam.net in general, WWSRN app, iPhone, Android. Just type in Worldwide Sports on the Android, WWSRN on the iPhone. If you have if you're driving, listen to the audio feed. It's all free. Articles, everything is on there, worldwidesportsradio.com. And then, of course, the Off the Mat page, which is on the Twitter feed as well, as Alex alluded to earlier. You can check that out. It's got great interviews on there for sure. You can check all that stuff out. And again, also, when we go to Vegas, we're 100%. I'm working on it with there. We're going to get a hold of the Snapchat feed for the WWSRN app, as well as for trying to do a TikTok for the stories that we're going to do there. It's going to be awesome. And check us out also on bodyslam.net, one of the best wrestling inside sources. You can get all your wrestling news and everything on there at bodyslam.net. So, boys, this was a great night. Thank you so much. This was awesome. Had a great time. Listen, jam-packed wrestling. Enjoy SmackDown tonight. Enjoy Rampage tonight. And definitely enjoy Revolution on Sunday. Enjoy Raw on Monday, whatever you watch. Enjoy AEW on Wednesday. Impact on Thursday, and we'll be back with you on Friday to break it all down to the conclusion of Revolution. We will recap it, do that, and so much more. So for Speedy Petey, for Alex Lowe's, for Lyle Gillen, I'm Josh Silverberg. Have a good night. Have a great and safe and wonderful weekend, and we'll talk to you all next Friday. Enjoy everything this weekend. Take care. Have a good night. This has been Off the Mat on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network and bodyslam.net. Kenny Omega, take it away. Stay tuned for Weapons Hot coming up next.
I must bid you adieu, so say with me now if you know it. Goodbye, and good night.
Thank you for listening to Off the Mat on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network, your source for all things wrestling and sports entertainment. It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Take a look under